Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Jess, and there is always a conundrum reviewing early access games. Some might change drastically, and some get abandoned altogether. Though I feel this game is finished enough and likely to not undergo any immense changes. Also, it took 20 hours of my life, and I want to run it through a long and hard conversation about life at a bar. Anyhow, out of every new game I expect to come under the Deep Rock Galactic umbrella, I thought it was going to be a tavern simulator. Now I can only drink in real life. No, I thought it was going to be a roguelite with all the generating biomes and crap. It was kind of like naturally how they're going to go with the game. But I didn't think they'd take it in this direction. I was like, the actual Deep Rock game is actually getting its own little roguelike game, while another developer known for, who the frock are these people? They make farm games. This isn't a bad sign whatsoever. I haven't seen this one before. Instead, I was robbed of my new tycoon business game featuring Jonathan Dwarf III. Instead, there are living, breathing dwarves shooting bugs with bullets. I love Deep Rock, and I imagined I'd love this. Haha, 20 hours of gameplay time later. Yeah, I wanted to like this game, but I just can't bring myself to. I felt the same 10 hours in, and I was like, another 10 hours might change my mind. Nope, nah. I really enjoyed Deep Rock, but this I'm left with a big eh. Yeah, the gun shoots itself for you. There's a decent amount of guns if you invest half your life into the game. There's a bunch of minion guys you gotta shoot to level up and upgrade your weapons for a 6% boost to my kidney stones. There are dwarves, bugs, what else is in the game? Then the same soundtrack from Deep Rock. Voices, the rocks, they added rocks. That was the biggest addition they added to the game, was rocks. Oh my god, revolutionary, they added rock. But not just any rocks, they added gold rocks, red rocks, insert mineral here rock, useless rock number 82, and most importantly, loot bug. They also have bosses, if you want to call them that. That's about it. You get dropped into a randomly generated area, shoot the gremlins, gun, get upgrades, and shoot you stronger. Yippee, yay! And the environment you can get dropped into has several different properties. Now, let me show you my favorite part of the game. Boing. 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 This is where I live. Wee. The mineral mining is slow. There's no real good flow to it unless you have a bunch of items to increase mining speed or kaboom. But this, you jump in and go woo, and you can jump on loot bugs. Out of everything in the game, this is what I want more of. A simple jump is the funnest thing in this game, and that's the biggest thing I like. I also like the maps where the drum sound go brrr, go. Those two are my favorites. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of really the other maps in the game. They just don't have enough hee hee ha ha funnies going on for me to really be like, now that I enjoy. I like that you can use the rocks to maneuver around the bugs, but only these two maps really modify it after you get used to it for the first time. You know, the others just don't do much. It's not necessarily a problem, it's just meh. After seeing what they did with those maps, and there's no items that really modifies or builds rocks in the environment, it's just a major missed opportunity to me. I think this element could have really defined the game, where you can almost build your own arena around the enemies. That can sound good on paper, but my favorite maps are where the implementation is a major amount of environmental modification. And you know, I feel like if they honed that in, I'd be left with a more positive experience overall. Okay, I'm now out of positives. Not a big fan of the guns. They repeat each other sometimes. You get these two pistols, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care that much at this point. I really only like the plasma upgrades because, haha, bounce. But there's only 2 plasma guys starting off, and I still haven't gotten the chance to unlock new weapons in a really long time because the game takes rocking forever. The elements are like earth, wind, and fire, and I do like the cold though. Freezing is always a fave. Haha. I am disappointed by a lot of the items and upgrades. Big number just doesn't really do it for me, and it feels arbitrary because the numbers really just mean nothing at the end of the day, and it also feels like nothing. unless where the bugs take forever to die, then it just sucks. Even Vampire Survivor, I feel the same way about seeing all the damage numbers. I really like unique items. Instead of damage numbers, I really enjoy the unique items and combinations you can really do, especially when they can go. Though unfortunately, I feel like the guns can feel mediocre and the items can feel mediocre as well. I mean, that's fine. You're supposed to build up mediocrity into godhood, but there's two issues that were not addressed in the game. The grind and the overclocks. The overclocks do not make me feel like God even when I get to the very end. The last one, the most powerful one was kind of just There wasn't really a big shift from like, all right, we're upgrading it, and now it's like, oh, we've upgraded it. And I've had several of the guns max, and they just really just feel like a regular upgrade. And I think I knew that since the start, and you know, that's fine too. But that's not really a deal breaker here. At least I can test all the weapons in the game, right? And also, right? I can get in, get out, and be like, all right, you know, at least I gotta play with the guns. I gotta feel for them. I goofed around a bit. All right. The worst part of this game is without a doubt the grind. If I could have played with everything and got out, I'd be okay. But this game wants to drag you along like there's a lot more going on under the hood. And you know what? I don't think there is. I don't care anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm done. Bye-bye. Oh my god. It's like once you get past the first couple of levels, it just takes forever to level up. It doesn't really feel like you're kind of just unlocking things kind of as you're going. It feels like you suddenly hit a very quick stop, and now it's like, okay, now you gotta do everything to unlock all the things, and then you also gotta get the double XP mission once every 24 hours because fuck you. It's just, And then also the mineral upgrades in the game. Why do we still have different colored varying upgrades? Just make it one currency. Why? Why do games still do this? It's stupid. I don't care about that. It's like, I don't care that they are in the Deep Rock universe. Like, just make it one currency. Jesus, it adds a lot of unnecessary effort where it doesn't really need to be there. I don't like it in regular Deep Rock Galactic either, but here it's just a lot more annoying. Yeah, now we also have the minor damage boost missions. Like, why are these in this game? I don't understand this. To get a slight damage boost? This is the lack of understanding of why I should spend my time here. This is worthless. Why do you have to do this? It sucks. One weapon, bleh. And after all that, I'm still missing half of the weapons. Yahoo. It takes forever. I got other crap to do. And you know, I feel like the more time I spent in this game, the more I didn't want to end up being in this game. And the less bones they threw at me, the more I'm like, okay, we don't really got much else. But overall, the game feels like Vampire Survivor, but it doesn't really nail Vampire Survivor. But I feel like the game does have a bit of its own elements that it can really take advantage of. Because the thing is, it could still... But I really feel like it should hone in on its elements of messing with the environment, because that is a lot of fun. I think that is a lot of fun to the game. But we'll have to see. Well, do I really think a lot of other changes are going to happen? Maybe, maybe not. I think this is relatively where the game is going to stay at the moment. And until that changes, it's just a big fat eh.